Hey, welcome back to the show, folks. I'm Zero, your host, as usual. And of course, Ghost is here as per usual. Okay, episode 3. What are we talking about today, G? Anime History Part 2. This episode, we're going over Part 2 of anime history, which is pretty much going to be more Silver Age and a little bit more of Golden Age. Last time I mainly talked about the more not-so-legal ways anime made its round in America. But this time we get to talk about how severely anime got changed just to air in the States. Let's start. I think this is a good point to start talking about 4Kids. 4Kids, or the 4 Licensing Corporation, was an American licensing company that worked as a film and TV production company under the name 4Kids Entertainment. The production company was responsible for dubbing anime that they came under the ownership of. Many grew up and watched these shows, like Sailor Moon, Cardcaptor Sakura, and Pokemon. Many people's introduction to anime was through Pokemon. Which isn't surprising since Pokemon was one of the first few anime to blow up in the West during the late 80s and 90s on TV. Which isn't surprising since in 1988, Pokemon hit the US and exploded, turning into Pokemania. The latest craze in the 80s spreading all the way through the 90s with the introduction of the 1998 anime, which was brought to the US by 4Kids. 4Kids became the main way many were able to watch anime that didn't come from some college student with questionable Japanese. Now it came from a shitty corporation that refused to show the actual anime in its entirety with kinda shitty dub with questionable changes. Words cannot describe how happy I am they went bankrupt in 2015. But thankfully, 4Kids properties weren't the only things most could watch. There was another place most went to, and that was Toonami. Toonami is an anime blog held on Cartoon Network's Adult Swim programming that was created on March 27, 1997. This became the generation's gateway to anime as well as video games, bands, and a bunch more. The blog ran from 1997 to 2008 in its original run that was cancelled for having low ratings until it was brought back 4 years later in 2012. It's been running ever since. Toonami became the go-to place for anime due to the fact that the blog wasn't restricted by TV execs wanting to change the show, especially to cater to American audiences, and wasn't hacked to shit with its translation. Toonami even introduced a midnight run that would show uncensored versions of anime that were shown during the day, or early in the programming. And when I say uncensored, I don't mean that kind of uncensored. I mean like more blood and gore, but sometimes that other kind. Toonami became a staple in the Golden Age due to making anime more widely available and well-known in the mainstream. Especially in the early 2000s, with the introduction of a redone Sailor Moon, Dragon Ball Z, and Gundam Wing on the programming. These of which launched the anime block into the mainstream. Alright folks, that's it for today's episode. Thanks to those who stuck it out the whole video, and there's gonna be more to come in the future. Remember, if you liked today's episode, like and subscribe, and remember to click the bell to get alerts for my videos. If you have anything you want to know more about, whether it be anime or fandoms, feel free to leave a comment. But that's it. I'm Zero, a person who knows way too much about anime stuff, and I'll see you next time. Cut the feed!